Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to talk about Resident Evil Village, or Resident Evil 8 for short, for those that get confused on the name. This particular game, I wasn't going to buy it first. I am a Resident Evil fan, but I liked Resident Evil 7, but I wasn't a fan of the Baker's home and that whole hillbilly trapped in a house vibe. It wasn't really my thing. But I played Resident Evil 7. I definitely enjoyed the first half. I didn't care to be Mia. She wasn't a likable character. Ethan, they didn't even show his face, and it's like, I want a protagonist that actually speaks, or well, he speaks, but a protagonist that kind of, has substance. So I wasn't too attached to 7, but I can honestly say that 7 had some really good gameplay. It was a really good game. They were definitely getting back to form with the horror aspect. So when Resident Evil Village was announced, like, okay, they have Chris in it, different things. They brought him back for the umpteenth time in the game. But it makes sense when you actually tie the story together. So anyhow, just gonna show you a little gameplay footage of it while this is my footage, of course. I'm actually recording as I play the game, so, for that fair use and all that fun stuff, hey. Sorry, Capcom, I own it, so I didn't take anything from you guys. So, first things first. Resident Evil 8, to me, is a awesome game. Let me be the first to say that. I love this game. When I first started off, initially, it took me a while to play it, right? I did the first part with Lady Demiski, or her name is Lady D, the giant 9-foot tall woman. I did that part, and when I left the village, well, the first impression, before I skip anything, is that this game, when it comes to the vampires and the werewolves and the things that the game talked about, I was like, how are they going to really tie this into the game, right? They did a very good job where you have 4 families. I'm not going to talk about the main story, but you have 4 families. One's vampire, one's the werewolf people, looking like Van Helsing, whatever it is. Not a very creative design, to be honest. The Lady D, sure, but not the Helsing. I don't know how to say that name. The Helsing guy. Put it that way. Helsing, like the animation, if you ever seen that. They kind of stole his look and gave him an axe, and he has glasses and all that. He has that look. So, anywho, I was a little skeptical. Like, is this game really going to be good? It didn't make any sense to me. Then I took the opportunity to actually
not looking for fish food.
Look at this game, to see how good it ran, and I went into it without really knowing the story. I didn't know what was happening. Whoa, holy shit! I didn't know what was going to happen. But I kept on going anyway. I thought it was a pretty fun game. It looked fun, exciting to watch. I looked at a review at it at first when it first came out, and I said, you know what, I'm going to buy this game, but I'm not going to dive too deep into it, because I didn't want to know exactly what was happening, if that makes sense. I wanted to experience it for myself. So, once I did the Lady D's part, she didn't have much enemy variety in her castle. It was more so of a situation where, you fight her children, which could pop up at any time. She's constantly walking around. Oh my god. Did that kill me right here? She's constantly walking around. And, I'm just like, you know what? It kept that horror element of the game where you couldn't stop and walk. Like, you had to keep walking. You had to pay attention to what was happening in the game, because you could be attacked at any time. And I liked that. It kept you on your toes. It had airy music, especially if I suggest playing these games with headphones. It had airy music to it. It was just good. I loved it. I loved the atmosphere. Once you defeat her, I was kind of like, you know what? I knew there was like an area with a dollhouse lady, and I read about the giant baby and things in the game, the fetus thing, and I'm like, how do I do this? Like, do I really want to play this? And I stopped for like a week. I figured the game wouldn't be that exciting, which is my fault. I shouldn't have did that. It was dumb, and that was my fault. After that, I will have to say to you, I immediately, when I did that dollhouse part, that was actually not that long at all. You can probably beat it in 20 minutes. I ran through it. I wasn't trying to get trapped by a giant baby. I ran through that part at lightning speeds.
Stinks.
So, once I got past that part, I'm like, this was amazing. I loved it. I liked the fact that they took that element where you didn't have any weapons to defend yourself. You can get hit by the baby. You have to figure out where the little doll boss is and different things. What is going on? Oh my god. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Once you get out of the part, this is the third part that I'm at right now. I did do this already. Well, correction, I didn't do this part. My wife did this part, and I watched her. And then I did the next part with Heisenberg. I called the guy Heisenberg from Breaking Bad. I did the last part with yeah, I think his name was Heisenberg or something like that, whatever this guy's name is. So once I did that, um, Jesus, this doesn't look very inviting. Once I did that part, you find out more about Ethan. This game really ties into Resident Evil 7, where it explains a lot that happened in 7 that happened in 8, and they throw you for a loop because you don't expect it, but you do expect it. Like, you find out a lot more about Ethan, Ethan's wife, the baby, different things. And with the ending, hopefully this is Ethan's chapter, like end of his chapter. I kind of want them to go back to a protagonist that actually matters, that I care about, or you're going to do some type of character build up. This man has lost his hand, he lost his fingers, he's getting stabbed, he's getting eaten by werewolves. Like, he should be dead. No person can take this damage, but when you look at the game, like, how is it possible? I know Resident Evil is fake, but no, they explain it. So, hold your horses. Ethan's not superhuman. But again, I will say that I did enjoy the game. I definitely suggest this to anyone that's used to playing this. It's faster paced. It's faster paced than 7. It kind of reminds me of 4, where you had the village in the beginning, right? Where it was slower paced, but they paced it where you fought a nice amount of enemies, and depending on how you played, you could still keep a decent amount of bullets. Then you had your little horror aspect, which was a dollhouse. You have your little, I would say this is more of a puzzle than the dollhouse, to be honest, the part that I'm doing right now. Because I did do this part and actually ended up doing a new game. So when I say it's my first time, I got through this in my last video, but I had to re-record it. The sound was so low that I had to re-record the video just so you can hear me. Or the sound was so high, I'm sorry, that my voice was low, and you couldn't really make out what I was saying. Boy, that was a beautiful review of this game. And you know what? I'm just trying to give you the quick version right now. So again, as for weapons, you have the guy to remind you of the merchant. He's a super fat guy, and he's basically the merchant of this game. I would assume he knows a lot about House Demikias, wherever they get the thing with the Lady D and different people. He kind of tells you places you can go to, meet the end game. Without me saying any more for anyone that hasn't played this, so I don't spoil it. You will enjoy this game. Action-wise, if you have speakers on, or if you have a subwoofer, even if you have what's the word I'm looking for here? Come on. Even if you have what's the word? Can't think of it. Headphones in. That's what I definitely suggest to play this game is. Have headphones in to play this game. I'm telling you, it's the right way to go. You'll get immersed. You'll hear the footsteps of different characters. You'll hear the breathing of the werewolves. It really adds that horror element to it. Don't play this out loud on a speaker. Play this in a subwoofer. Play it in your headphones. I promise you, you'll love the experience of this game. Other than that, it's not much more really to say. It's just an overall good game. I enjoyed it. I think you'll enjoy it. Character-wise, they have Mia in here and certain people. I never cared about Mia. I never cared about Ethan. I don't care about Ethan's daughter. It's nothing really holding you to, that's compelling. I know typically someone dies in a Resident Evil game. You're like, oh no, Claire. Oh, she didn't die, but Marvin, someone. Not this game. It's like Resident Evil does a really bad job of pacing their story, where you don't care about the characters. I don't care about a guy that I've never seen. Sure, I'm on Ethan's side and why all these horrible things happening to him. But other than that, nah, I don't really care what happens to Ethan. But I did enjoy the journey of playing this game. It was exciting. I had fun. What is that? I guess I got to get back over here. I forget this part. I need to start remembering the things I do when I actually do it. Probably won't get eaten. But like I said, too sure what I do there. But like I said, yeah, I don't see you not enjoying this game. Anyone that plays it, it has that Resident Evil feel, like 7, except you're not trapped in a Baker home. You kind of have the option to just, if you look at the map right here, there's different little treasures that you fight. And with some of these treasures, you actually fight mini bosses along with them when you solve the puzzle. just to throw you off your toes where you may not have enough bullets. You do have the option to create bullets right here. If you look at this menu, you can actually just craft bullets as you go. You get blueprints, which you can buy the blueprints from the salesman and just craft your bullets as you find items. You have the item box that was in Resident Evil 4, but the difference is that you're able to buy a bigger box throughout the game like I did. I'm not sure if you can buy a third one or not, I don't remember. But I think it's only like 2 boxes you can buy. And it expands your inventory here. As for weapons, there's like 3 categories of weapons, of handguns, shotguns. Each one is stronger than the next one. Personally, me, I only upgraded the bullets. I never upgraded the damage. I didn't see a point. And, you know, I'm just waiting for each category of shotgun to come. I'll sell the old one because you won't need it. There's no item boxes in this game. But you can buy back items if you decide that you want it from the merchant. There's some other elements like cooking in the game that gives you permanent stats like higher health or higher damage against strikes or different things. And as you just go through the game, you just kill little animals. You like the cook, which is the fat guy. He's also the salesman of the game. He really helps you out throughout the story. Again, I'm a little tired underneath the weather. I'm recording this video for the second time, so don't mind me if I sound a little enthusiastic, if I said the word correctly. I love the game. For the price, I think this game is still $60. Oh yeah, it also comes with an extra feature. The extra feature is called the Resident Evil Universe, not or versus like universe. It's one of those two things. It's not the same one as Resident Evil 3. It's just like a battle royale game where it has characters from 2, 3, Jack Baker, different people in the game, and it's like a versus game. You pick your character, you go against other people. Now that hasn't been released yet, but it will be released eventually. Hopefully Capcom doesn't forget about it. This game has been out a while and that little game isn't out yet. But hopefully they don't forget about it. I definitely look forward to playing that, shooting people in third person with different characters. You know, you can probably play with friends and other people. That looks exciting. It looks a lot better than that Resident Evil DLC nonsense that they released. But just to cut this video off, like I said, if you haven't played the series, definitely play it. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to like Resident Evil. I enjoy Resident Evil. I don't know who doesn't, to be completely honest with you. And that's about it. It's not too difficult. The puzzles aren't too hard. It's nothing that you can't do. Can't get over there. I don't know if I'm dead or not. Probably. Anyhow, it's nothing that you can't do in the game. And that's it for the video. So like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.